What about the healing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a channel for all signs, all 12 signs: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers. You watch it for your sign. Here it is. We're going to get right into it because this is interesting. I had a full story sitting up here looking at these cards. You have Judgment. You have Ace of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And you have the High Priestess in reverse. And behind that, you have the Devil. Alright. Now, this is different. Because I'm picking up the energy from past energy to now. Past energy meaning I'm talking to those in the collective that had a dark path. You were in darkness. You did things to hurt people, to harm people. You didn't believe in God in the past. You was on the other side. You were deep down in darkness. You didn't believe in God. You didn't want to work with God. You were comfortable in your dark side and your shadow side. You were comfortable in that. You like to drink, smoke. You like to do all those things. And you did them excessively and destructively. You even ciphered people's energy, took people's energy, wronged folks, stabbed people in the back. You just had a bad, dark path. However, now, with that being said, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm saying, however, you changed. You heed the call. You heed the call. God chased you. God brought people in your path. God showed you. God, not only did God send people in your path, God sent angels as people in your path to show you the way, to show you that there is a God, that God is real. So with those people that God sent on your path, God showed you in circumstances and situations in your life that God is real. You turned away from darkness and you gave your life to God. You turned your back on darkness. You heed the call. When you did that, you rendered judgment on darkness. When you turned your back and gave your life to the Most High, when you turned your back on darkness and stood in the light, receiving your light, receiving your gifts, receiving what it is that God had for you for this lifetime, and turned your life around, it ignited a spiritual war. I did a reading on my Taurus channel about people coming here over and over and over again, right? And when they come here over and over again, they come here and hook up with the same people to give them a chance to turn their life around. This reading right here is about whomever you are. Whomever you are. This is about you for finally answering and heeding the call. Because prior to, you were in darkness. You were on darkness team. You were doing everything you were big and bad enough to do for the other side, for the enemy side. You was on enemy lines. Because you didn't believe in nothing else but that. You was comfortable with that. But something happened to you in this timeline that turned all of that around. And when you turned your back, see, you got to turn your back not to look back. When you turn your back and don't look back, you're only looking forward, standing up, looking up for the Most High. It ignited a spiritual war because they lost one of their ones, one of their high ranking. They lost one. It ignited a spiritual war. They didn't want you to go to the other side. So when it ignited that spiritual war, you turned your back, you rendered judgment immediately to darkness, and it ignited that spiritual war. See, you thought that you just merely somebody. They can't afford to lose a soul. They can't afford to lose nobody. Because as it stands right now, it's a really big war that's going on. A real big battle that's going on. They need every soul. They need to snatch up every soul. They need to do everything they can to build their army. But they lost you. They lost you. Because you realize that being on this side is strings attached. Strings being attached means your children will be affected. Your grandchildren will be affected. It's things attached to darkness in the dark side that has severe consequences to being aligned with. That's not good. Your values changed. Your morals changed. And in doing so, you made the ultimate decision that this lifetime, you were many lifetimes in darkness, but finally you made the decision in this lifetime to change it around, to change your life around, to make that final decision to go on the path that you were always meant to go on. I'm not talking about the ones that actually have a calling on the dark side. It's people that's called to just be on the dark side. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that's meant to be. Their calling, their destiny, their mission, their gifts are supposed to be in line with the light, but they were stolen. They were not only stolen, they were confused. They believed the lie. They believed that God wasn't real. They believed that light wasn't potent, that light, being of the light was some kind of difficult, and you had to be perfect, and you had to be all these things, and it was difficult to be of the light. They believed the hype. They believed what the enemy wanted them to believe was lies about who they are and what they represent and what power, what do they hold. So they were confused. And I'm saying they because it could be any of you. So I'm not going to say you, I'm going to say they, and you fit it in where it get in. See? But for this this lifetime. You chose the light. You turned your life around. And God wants you to know that they're fighting for you, fighting on your behalf, because the enemy, darkness, don't want to let you go. So this is why you're still battling in your mind, going back and forth and feeling all these feelings and emotions that you can't talk to nobody about. You made this choice and you sitting on that and you standing in it, but you really having a difficult time because they don't want to let you go. That means that you have many distractions, addictions that's calling you, that's pressing upon you, that your life is very, very difficult because it's as if you're fighting a battle all by yourself, but you're not. God wants you to know they're fighting with you and for you. All you have to do is continue to walk forward, continue to trust God and trust the process. And yes, it's going to be difficult, but it's not, you're not by yourself. The victory has already been won. You've already won the battle when you turned your back. The thing is, don't look back. Don't go back. Don't listen to what it is that the enemy is trying to pump into your head to make you to believe. Don't even believe in what you see with your physical eyes. Believe what you see with your spiritual eyes. And sometimes you're going to have to check the spiritual eyes, because that's how deep this thing is. Whatever way that they can trick you, whatever way that they can get you to believe what they want you to believe, that's what they would do. If they try to come in and talk to you as if they were God, and God is trying to tell you to do something that you know that God wouldn't tell you to do, then you try the spirit. You do nothing until you know for a shadow of a doubt that that is God speaking to you, that God is telling you to do something. Because right now, it is a spiritual war. This is what I'm getting from here. You have rendered judgment on darkness, and darkness is coming. Darkness is watching. Darkness is trying to trick you. Darkness is trying to get you to believe something that's not true. Darkness is trying to invent a problem when there isn't a problem. God is trying to, the enemy is trying to put illusions in place to trip you up, make you make false decisions, believe false narratives, whatever they can do. But you have something. When you made that decision to heed the call, you have something much more than them. You have a spiritual gift of discernment. You have a spiritual gift. You have a light. Your light, when you shine your light against darkness, they have to flee. They don't like the light. So anytime you feel your back is against the wall, shine your light. And when I mean by shining your light, that means to look up. Look towards God. Believe. Be led by the light. Be led by the truth. The truth is always the light. The truth will always lead you to freedom. Look at the situation and look for the truth. Not what you think it's going to be, not what you want it to be, not what your feelings and emotions is twisted and turned up into be. The truth. And if you can't figure out what the truth is, you do nothing until you figure out what the truth is in the situation. Because the truth leads to freedom. You're being tested. Things are happening. But this here, that whatever this is that's going on, you've already won. You've already won this battle. You've already outwitted, outsmart. You've already did what you were supposed to do by making the choice and turning your back. When you turn your back and don't look back, you've already won. All of this other stuff is a formality. All of this other stuff is an illusion. All of this other stuff is a trick and a trap and a setup to get you back, to set you up, to trap you. Because they lost you. And they can't afford to lose one like you. See, you don't see your value. You don't see how valuable you are. You just think that you're just a soldier. And you just doing what God telling you to do. Your heart is pure. You just want to do what's right. But you don't get it. Every one of us fit into a puzzle. Every one of us is important. Every one of us is valuable. It doesn't matter if you got a platform, you got a whole lot of people. Doesn't matter. You could be at home praying. That's all God wants you to do is pray and fast. Pray and fast. And God will take your contribution of praying and fasting and set back a whole line of enemies. Take your prayer and fasting and put a ring of fire around it and take out a whole line of enemies. That's powerful. God needs each and every one of us. There's no one more powerful than the other one. We all fit together in a puzzle. We need each piece of the puzzle. So just like we need each piece of the puzzle, the enemy needs all the pieces that it has. All the lost souls, all the people that's confused and bewildered, all the people that believe a false narrative. The enemy needs each and every one of them to even defeat us. Because we're not to be defeated because we've already won the fight. They just don't want to suffer defeat. They don't want to lose. They don't want to say that they lose. They lost. They don't want that. So they build this false narrative that we have to battle. We have to fight. They come after us out of order. They come after us and come after our life and our loved ones out of order because they don't want to suffer defeat. They don't want the battle to be over, so they continue to battle. They continue to hurt. They continue to extend. They continue to, and then they wonder why none of the stuff works. It doesn't work because you're out of order. You're doing things out of order, and you're doing things not according to the spiritual laws. So you're making up things, and you're making up, and you're creating illusions and creating all the stuff that should never even be. The battle has already been won long time ago. This is just a formality. God is just allowing this because he's building his army. God is building his army. God is building up the souls. God is racking up the souls and taking the souls from the enemy. All those lost souls, he's allowing all of this battle and all this false stuff to occur, to strengthen, to align, to suck those lost ones. Because God gonna continue to go after those lost ones no matter how we feel about it. God will continue to go after those lost ones. And so with that, the battle has been won. But the reason why we have to keep is because we're down here in this timeline where they don't want to give up. And they have these they trapping all of these lost souls that is believing something that's not real, that's believing an illusion that's not real. And God is allowing it because God is trying everything. Just like they trying everything, God is trying everything to give them lost souls an awakening. Give them an awakening, wake them up, set them free. Let them have a chance to be able to see the truth and make a sound decision, not an illusion, not making the decision and being delusional, but making the decision from a sound mind. God gives them chance after chance after chance until there is no more chances. And so what this is saying is that whatever you're going through, you're not alone. You ultimately are on the right track. You made the right decision. You've already turned your back. You've been tempted to look back. You've been tempted to go back, but you haven't. I'm talking to the ones that has not. I'm talking to the ones that is really, really having a hard time right now. And you really kind of can't figure this thing out. Why am I having such a hard time? You're having a hard time because it's a spiritual battle for your soul. Darkness don't want to let your soul go. It's a battle for your soul right now. So in that battle for your soul, that actually are projecting. They're actually trying to create illusion. They're creating all kinds of things for you to fall into a trap. It's why you keep going through all the stuff that you're going through. Seeing all the things that you see, and you can't talk to nobody, you can't tell nobody all the things that you see. That's because you're familiar with the things that you see because you used to be in darkness. You're familiar with it, but that was a long time ago. Some of you, that was years ago. And now you're being confronted again with some stuff and you like, I've already been here, done that. What is this about? It's about your soul. Don't look back. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for it. It's a trick. It's a setup. You took a stand. You made a choice. Stick with it. You know God is real. Have faith. Trust the process. God is with you. Archangel Michael is with you. All of your archangels are with you. Your ancestors are with you. You are not alone. You just have to keep on trusting, believing, standing, taking your power back, standing in your anointing to fight whatever this is that's fighting you. Stand up and fight back. Point blank, period. And I'm going to leave it right there. Don't look back. All right. So with that being said, hit the like, share, subscribe so this channel can get out to the people who need to hear it. This is All Signs, Cross Watcher, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Definitely hit the comments. Let me know if I'm hitting it, if I'm, creating, am I right? Am I right on track, on point? Let a sister know. Hit the emojis. If you can't articulate, don't want to do all that, hit an emoji that'll let me know that you're riding with me. I appreciate even just an emoji. I love emojis just as well. So do that for us, sis. And I keep on keeping them coming. All right. So with that said, I'm sending love. I'm sending healing your way. And Trinity is out.